Listen carefully, because I'll tell you 3 things that women suddenly change about themselves when another man enters the picture. I'm a woman, and I'm going to share secrets that most women would never admit to using, not even to their closest girlfriends. Before I destroy every illusion you have about female nature, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and drop a comment telling me what city you're watching from. I want to see how far this uncomfortable truth reaches. Most women don't even realize we're doing this. We tell ourselves we're growing, that we've found ourselves, that we're finally living authentically. But the truth is much simpler and more painful. When a woman suddenly changes multiple aspects of herself simultaneously, there's always a catalyst. And that catalyst usually has a name, a face, and access to her daily life. The first thing we change, our appearance becomes an obsession. This is the most obvious transformation, but men often miss it because it seems positive. She suddenly starts caring about her appearance in ways she never did with you. For years, you might have suggested working out together, trying new styles, experimenting with looks. Her response was always, "I'm comfortable as I am," or "I don't need to change for anyone." Then overnight, everything shifts. She joins an expensive gym, hires a personal trainer, completely overhauls her wardrobe. When you ask what inspired this transformation, she says, "I finally decided to invest in myself." But here's what she's not telling you. She's not investing in herself for herself. She's investing in herself for someone else's attention. Here's what you need to watch for. She suddenly buys clothes in styles she's never worn with you. If there's a new corporate guy in her life, business suits appear overnight. If he's athletic, everything becomes activewear and yoga pants. If he's artistic or creative, she starts experimenting with edgy, unconventional looks that she previously would have called impractical. She changes her hair dramatically. Listen carefully. Women don't change their hair randomly. We change it when we want to become someone new for someone specific. New color, new cut, new style. It's always a signal that we're preparing to be seen by fresh eyes. She develops a sudden obsession with fitness. The woman who made excuses about the gym for years is now there daily, posting workout selfies, talking about her fitness journey. She's not doing this for health or self-discipline. She's doing this because someone specific appreciates that aesthetic, that discipline, that lifestyle. She starts taking photos of herself constantly, selfies in new outfits, gym photos, artistic shots she never would have taken before. These photos get strategically posted on social media, timed for maximum visibility. And when you compliment her new look, she says, "Thanks, I'm doing this for me." That's the biggest lie we tell. We never change for ourselves alone. We change for the person whose eyes we want to see admiration in. The second thing we change, we discover new passions and interests. This transformation is even more insidious because it looks like genuine personal growth. She suddenly develops interests in things she previously criticized, mocked, or completely ignored. The woman who hated sports starts following teams. The one who called certain music noise starts attending concerts. The homebody discovers adventure sports. Here's the psychology behind this. We women subconsciously mirror the interests of men we're attracted to. It's evolutionary programming. Shared interests create connection, intimacy, and opportunity. We don't consciously think, "I'll pretend to like his hobbies." Instead, we genuinely convince ourselves that we're expanding our horizons, becoming more open-minded, growing as people. Watch for these signs. She suddenly embraces hobbies she previously criticized or showed zero interest in. Her taste in everything starts shifting: food, music, movies, books, activities. She develops sophisticated opinions about subjects she never cared about before. New physical activities appear out of nowhere in her schedule. The cruelest part of this transformation is how authentic it feels to us in the moment. We genuinely believe we're discovering new sides of ourselves. But real personal growth builds on existing interests and values. What we're actually doing is shape-shifting to create compatibility with someone new. And here's the telling sign. When things end with the inspiration source, these new interests mysteriously disappear. Because they were never really ours to begin with. They were borrowed enthusiasm, temporary adaptations designed to create connection with a specific person. The third change, She becomes psychologically enlightened. This is the most dangerous transformation because it sounds so healthy and mature. She suddenly starts talking about personal boundaries, the need for space, the importance of individual growth. She discovers psychology books, starts attending self-development workshops, begins analyzing your relationship with newfound expertise. She announces that she's realized you're too codependent, that she needs more personal space, that she wants to develop as an individual. She starts reading relationship psychology, attending personal growth seminars, spending evenings focused on self-improvement. At first glance, this seems wonderful. Who doesn't want a partner committed to growth? But here's what's really happening. When we start talking about boundaries with you, we're often creating space for someone else. We're not becoming more independent. We're becoming more selective about who gets access to our time, energy, and attention. Here are the red flags of this so-called development. She suddenly needs space and time to think about the relationship. These requests for space often coincide with increased activity in other areas of her life. New work projects, expanded social circles, mysterious commitments that don't include you. She creates new rules around intimacy, both physical and emotional. Distance gets justified as needing deeper connection or avoiding mechanical routines. She starts philosophical discussions about your relationship, suddenly finding problems she never noticed before. This happens because she's comparing what you have to what might be possible elsewhere. Her future plans shift from we language to I language. I want to travel. I'm thinking about changing careers. I'm not sure what I want anymore. She stops making long-term plans that include you, not because she doesn't love you, but because she's uncertain about who she wants to be those plans with. The most painful part of this transformation is when you support her growth, and she uses that support to create distance. Your encouragement becomes the permission she needs to explore other options. Most women don't consciously plan this betrayal. We don't wake up thinking, today I'll start preparing to leave. We feel attraction and begin adapting automatically. It's evolutionary programming that helped women survive for thousands of years by staying aligned with the strongest, most viable partner available. These changes aren't necessarily about physical cheating. They're about emotional preparation for possibility. We're testing new versions of ourselves, seeing if we fit better with someone else's lifestyle, values, or vision. Knowledge is power, and now you know the signals. If your woman suddenly changes her appearance, discovers new passions, and starts creating boundaries, especially if all three happen simultaneously, there's likely a specific man inspiring these transformations. What should you do? Don't try to compete by becoming more like the other guy. Don't attempt to resurrect the old version of her. Don't start changing yourself to match her new interests. These strategies never work because they come from a place of fear and scarcity. The Stoic approach is to accept reality with dignity. If a woman is changing away from you instead of with you, that's already your answer. A man with self-respect doesn't cling to someone who's emotionally checking out.